Hey guys, today we're at the Canadian Reptile Expo and we're talking to different importers, distributors, and breeders. So let's go check out what they have.
Hey, how you doing? So I'm Hodge from Chameleons. We specialize in captive bred chameleons, mainly the Panther locale, and we bring out the chameleons to the show. We try to show, educate, and supply people with chameleons, proper setups and supplies. And if you're ever looking for a chameleon, come check us out.
And what do you have over here?
Right here, this is actually a veiled chameleon. So that's a male. He's approximately 1 year old. They come from Saudi Arabia and Yemen typically. He was captive bred in-house. Chameleons notoriously have been considered a difficult animal. I don't like to call them difficult, I just like to call them specific. There's certain keys that you need to meet, from live prey to lighting to moving water. If you meet all those key ingredients, success is quite easily to come by.
We are Reptile Kingdom. What we are is an educational facility and rescue as well. The majority of the animals that we have and work with are rescues or relocations. We're the first official rescue working with the OSPCA as well. And what I have with me today is actually a relocated boa constrictor. This is about a 6-foot male. You get rid of fear with knowledge, you really do. And working with these animals firsthand, I can tell you that I used to be afraid of spiders, and now I am obsessed with tarantulas. So.
Well, the name of my company is Tarantula Canada. We specialize in breeding and importing captive bred arachnids, specifically tarantulas. But we also work with scorpions, centipedes, other types of arachnids. This is a common pink toe tarantula. The Latin name would be Avicularia avicularia. You can find these types of spiders all over South America, but the species comes specifically from Guyana. It's arboreal, so you'll find them up in the trees. This is an Asian forest scorpion. The Latin name on this would be Heterometrus spinifer. These are native to Vietnam, but really you can find them all over Southeast Asia. It's one of the larger species of scorpion in the world. They can grow to be fairly heavy, but they're not super venomous. If you look at the size of the pinchers, whenever you have a species with very large pinchers but a relatively small tail, it means that they're not highly venomous and it's safe to take them in your hand if you choose to.
Hi, I'm Bree from Top Shelf Geckos, and this is our booth here. We specialize in crested geckos and fat-tailed geckos. Here's one of our nicest females that we have for sale at the moment. She's all fired up and ready to go right now. He's just gonna hold it here. You have to be careful because he might jump. But they're very docile, so for the most part she's just gonna sit there and she might walk on you. If she jumps, she'll put her back legs up towards her front, almost get in like a little jumping position.
Jump on my face or?
She might, but she'll stick to it. So.
Oh my god. Can I touch it?
Yeah, of course, you can pet her.
Whoa, she's getting angry.
Soft.
She's getting angry.
No, she's not.
Don't look at me.
They're super friendly. They're crested geckos.
And I'm gonna cover it. I can't handle the eye contact.
No, she's staring you deep in the eyes, right?
Yeah.
This is a albino gopher snake that we just purchased today. We do not have a name for him yet.
What do you think is the biggest myth out there about snakes?
I would say that the biggest myth is that snakes are, for one, slimy. They're not slimy, they're actually dry, they're shiny and very smooth. I would also have to say that snakes being painted as aggressive and chasing people down is another big myth that I encounter a lot.
Yeah, this is literally the second time I've ever handled this guy, and the first time was an hour ago.
His tongue looks kind of creepy.
He doesn't care, you're just a big meat tree.
Wow, that's really nice.
My name's Carol Sprickerhoff. I run a small hobby called Gecko A Go-Go. I breed leopard geckos. My passion is genetics. When you take two incomplete genes, max no, you end up with a super max no. But because both her parents were recessive for the bell albino gene, she got the bell albino gene. So instead of black eyes and dark spots, she has red eyes and pale spots. And so they're bumpy on the top. They're a lovely animal to have. They're oh so soft underneath. She kind of reminds me of the dragon off of A Never-Ending Story, which was this sort of puppy dog dragon that had this really cute face. She has that same smile.
My name's Gord Perry. I'm with G&P Reptile Rescue from Peterborough, Ontario. We've been in operation since January 2002. And since the new bylaws have come in banning a great number of species from small as 3 feet upwards of the 20 odd feet, you're getting reticulated pythons. We've seen an increase of probably 300% of animals coming in from the pet trade. And that ranges from things as small as ball pythons, which are a common pet trade snake. But in some localities, some municipalities are being banned because of the fear that's been incited through recent events in the last few years. So like you said, we're seeing an increase of over 300% of intakes coming in.
We're mass pythons. We're out of Green Bay, which is just north of Port Perry. We sell ball pythons. That's the only thing that we breed. We're a family business. It all started with my son bringing home ball pythons. He moved out for college and we got lift with them, and we continued on to become breeders in Ontario.
Well, sometimes people get to ask you, what creates a white snake, right? But it's funny when you pair a dark snake to a dark snake, and it creates a white snake. People just get totally blown away with the genetics.
Hi, we're Global Exotic Pets. We're from Kitchener, Ontario. So today we bring a good variety of animals, from ball pythons, rainbow boas. So this is a banana ball python.
And are they dangerous?
Nope, they are considered a constrictor. They are non-venomous. They're one of the most common pet snakes in the pet industry, just because of how slow and docile they are and how easy they are to handle.
Hi, my name is Joel Marin. It's Chris Levite from Strictly Scales, based out of Sudbury, Ontario, specializing in breeding carpet pythons, super dwarf reticulated pythons, and all sorts of morphs of boas.
Here we have a moonglow boa. He was born last June.
Now, what gives it the white color? Do you know?
It's albino mixed with anarthistic, so it has no red pigment and no black pigment, and that's what gives you that white snake.
And which country does this originate from?
They're from South America, Central America, depending on what subspecies it is.
The skin feels really soft.
They are really soft.
When you put to the...
Is it going to bite me right now?
Nope.
It won't bite you at all.
My name is Drew Needham, and I work with Axolotl Canada. We're the country's largest breeder of Ambystoma mexicanum, which is also known as the Mexican axolotl. It's a neotenic variety of salamander that's native to only one lake in the entire world, Lake Xochimilco. Less than 100 of these animals are known to exist in the wild. They are critically endangered. They have some amazing traits, though. The first and most obvious is called neoteny. This trait means that they remain in their larval stage for their entire life, so they never outgrow being tadpoles. Another amazing trait they have is the ability to regenerate any injury that they sustain. If a predator were to come by and eat one of their limbs or one of their gills, they'd be able to regenerate it perfectly without any flaws at all.
This is like the spitter off Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Frilled dragon, he's got the big frills.
Wow.
He's a suck.
How do I hold it? I'll just put my hand.
Any way you really want. He's dude, he's a suck.
What should I do?
Yep, you're good.
Just stand there?
Yep.
Is he going to jump or something?
And if he does, I'm ready.
Okay.
He's so... Come on. Get a little comfort in there.
Does its wings sort of flap up at some point?
When he gets scared or startled, he opens his mouth really wide and they stick straight out.
Oh.
But he's such a suck, they almost never come out.
So it almost seems like something that would evolve into a dinosaur or something.
Jurassic Park, the spitter dinosaur, they designed that after this lizard. That dinosaur never existed.
No way.
They designed it after him, but he doesn't spit acid, so don't worry about that.
Just, like, don't grab their head.
Hold on to their head.
Okay.
When you're being constricted by one of these, it will feel really soft.
I've never had one bite and actually constrict a person.
Oh yeah? And what's the average lifespan of one of these guys?
20 years.
20 years? Wow. Alright guys, so that was a great experience here at the Canadian Reptile Expo. I had a wonderful time and I got to meet a lot of different breeders and I got to actually touch a few animals. I got over my fear of snakes and a few other creatures, and I learned that there's a lot of myths out there that people believe that aren't actually true about snakes and other creatures. So I would recommend definitely this expo, and I would recommend seeking more knowledge about animals such as these, the exotic animals, And if you get a chance, try to go out to one of these events and experience firsthand what these animals are like. All right? Thanks, guys. Have a good one.